Well, everywhere you turn lately, headlines, social media, podcasts, people are asking, is AI the next big bubble?
And more importantly, for homeowners and buyers here in Portland, could an AI crash send our real estate market tumbling?
That's what we're digging into today. We'll break down what history tells us about bubbles, what's really different about today's housing market, and how the new AI wave could or could not affect Portland real estate.
Let's start with some history, because every time there's a big new technology or economic boom, people start wondering if it's another bubble.
Exactly. Remember the dot-com bubble in the early 2000s? Tech stocks were skyrocketing with promises of a digital revolution until that bubble burst in 2001, 2000.
And not too long after, the housing bubble of 2008 hit. But that crash had totally different causes. It wasn't about tech. It was only about risky lending, speculation, and lack of regulation.
Back then, people were getting loans they could never realistically afford, zero down, stated income, adjustable rate mortgages. And when prices stopped climbing, it all unraveled fast.
But here's the key. We're not in that kind of market today. Lending standards are way tighter, regulations are stronger, and most homeowners have fixed rate mortgages with solid equity.
Right. The typical Portland homeowner today has a healthy loan to value ratio, good equity, and low debt compared to the 15-20 years ago. We don't have a flood of risky loans waiting to explode.
And in our area, inventory is still low. Sure, things have cooled a bit compared to the crazy pandemic years, but we're nowhere near oversupply. That's a big reason why an AI-driven crash would look very different from what we saw back in 2008.
Now let's talk about AI. There's no denying that artificial intelligence is reshaping industries. Some jobs will change or even disappear, but others will be created.
This is the first time we're seeing a real convergence between stock market and job market because of technology. Historically, when stocks dipped, jobs followed, or vice versa. Now we're starting to move together in new ways.
There's not a clear-cut link yet between AI's growth and job losses, but people are right to pay attention. If you're in an industry where AI could automate tasks, it's understandable to feel uneasy about buying a house.
But like the invention of electricity or the internet, both of which disrupted millions of jobs, AI will likely create new opportunities. Not just replace old ones. It's a transformation, not an extinction.
So could an AI-driven stock correction or slowdown impact housing? Maybe a little. In Portland, a crash is highly unlikely.
Here's why. Inventory is still low. There's no oversupply. Lending standards are strong. We're not seeing wild speculative buying. And our local economy is diverse, with industries like Intel and Nike that use AI but aren't solely dependent on it.
If anything, some submarkets around Portland are softening, but that's not a crash. That's a shift towards balance. Buyers are finally having negotiating power again, which we want in a stable market.
And if you're wondering whether to wait out because of AI, consider this. Owning a home gives you options that renting never will.
Yes, if something unexpected happens, say you lose a job because of tech changes, lenders often work with homeowners through forbearance or modified payments. Foreclosure is a process. Eviction as a renter can happen fast. You also have an asset to leverage your finances against. You just really don't have that with renting.
Exactly. Homeownership is not just about stability, it's about having a safety net. And historically, owning real estate during uncertain economic times has been one of the best hedges against inflation or volatility.
So to answer the question, will an AI crash affect the Portland real estate market?
Not in the way people fear. Could we see some short-term adjustments? Sure. but a full-blown crash, the data just doesn't support that.
The takeaway: don't make real estate decisions based on headlines or hype. Look at the fundamentals, your job stability, your long-term plans, and your financial comfort zone.
And if you want to know more about what all this means for your specific neighborhood or property, reach out. We're happy to walk you through what really happening here in Portland and Vancouver in your area.
Thanks for tuning in, and remember, knowledge is power in real estate. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week on another market update.
If you ever worried that your intelligence is artificial,
that's good. We did it.
Yeah. Right. 2000.
Let's just do that one really quick.
Went a bit fast.
Because it was fast, and then
it's a transformation, not an
We got a blooper.